Welcome once again to a Tin Dog podcast. This time talking about Flux, Chapter 6, The Vanquishers. Vanquish? No, The Vanquishers. Is meh a review? It's wrong. It's not meh. It's also not a, what have I heard? Hot mess. Which sounds like the description of someone you once knew. Let's not go there. No, meh is just wrong. It had a lot of work to do, and I suspect if it had a longer season, say 8 episodes, it would have managed to do this. But we had 6, and we had 6 in a time of COVID, which is pretty damn impressive. I must admit, we've got, 2 stories of Jodie? Maybe 3? I'm a bit confused about exactly how many we've got left. I know in a few weeks' time we've got our Christmas special. Sorry, not Christmas, definitely not Christmas. New Year's special. Oh yeah. So before this began, I had some fears. Oh yeah, fears. We're very popular with fears, are us Doctor Who fans. Main fears are, well, that Universe 2.0 would sweep in when the Doctor was given the choice between finding out her history and saving the universe, that she would not choose to look after herself. No, she would choose to get the memories back and then possibly regret it, which wasn't really on the cards. Let's face it, the Doctor is a hero. But that Universe 2 would be a blank slate, so that when Russell took over, he could do whatever he wanted. He can kind of do whatever he wants anyway, so yeah. Let's not go down that road. So that was one. And the other main problem was that, well, the Doctor would turn out to be the Tamagotchi child. None of this happened. So am I happy with that? I am happy that none of those things happened. I'm not as happy with the episode as I would have liked. Perhaps it's because the Angel story, the Monster of the Week, was by far the strongest of the whole season. Am I annoyed because they killed off Jericho? The answer quite clearly is yes. I was a big fan of Jericho's character and was massively looking forward to his Torchwood appearances, and that's just not going to happen. Well, it might, but you know what I mean. I was expecting him to be dropped off at home. Yes, in this story, billions of people have died, but the only one that I seem to have an emotional connection with was Jericho, which is odd, because the people who'd been travelling with him for 3-4 years didn't seem to react at his death at all. It's a bit, and I don't like swearing on this podcast, time flight, where somebody who's had a very strong relationship with a companion kind of goes, he's gone now. Oh, and then he comes back as a ghost that week. So, yes, I'm annoyed at the death of Jericho. The death of Jericho sounds like somebody's very difficult second album. But it's the lack of reaction that was annoying. And yes, we've got classic moments, similar in many respects to David Tennant being told that, you're on your way, mate. You've got another character who's dressed as a doctor this time saying, oh, you're on your way, mate. We know all this. One of the characters who I thought wouldn't make it out, the dog, kind of got a get out of jail free card with his my head will explode if I tell you the truth. Bit messy. There's the watch, which is now living in, well, a bin somewhere in the middle of the TARDIS. Anything like me, they'll probably come across it in a few years and go, what's this? And then open it. I don't understand why there was, why the house itself was inside it wasn't a confession dial, but it was behaving more like a confession dial than a fob watch. But you know what? This is Doctor Who. The rules change all the time. So it was confusing to some, and it's not going to be accessible to everyone. Let's face it, it's the end of a season. So you're going to have people turn up and watch this and go, what's going on? Like an elderly relative. And you're going to just have to ignore that because, let's face it, you've sat through 5 other stories of this. You'll know what's going on, but they really won't, and that's fine. Where was Jo? Where was Jo Martin? Where was she? She needed to be here. She needed to be part of the memories, unless they're going to be part of the ongoing story that gets revealed when the fob watches finally opened one day, because let's face it, in a soap, the only purpose of having a secret is for it to be discovered eventually. So will it be found out, or will it just be ignored and forgotten forever? We just don't know. Congratulations to the Sontarans for finally having a plan that actually made sense and came together well, because that's very unlike them. They were going to win. Oh, here's the thing. A long, long time ago, Tom Baker's doctor went, "Do I have the right?" and was about to kill the Daleks, and then went, "I do not have the right." Whatever, I'm not going to do the voice. I can't do the voice. Here, the doctor manages to commit genocide 3 times, taking out everyone using, well, the flux to try and stop a war. Now, this thing had taken out whole planets. You can't tell me that 3 fleets were the same size as planets. Well, I suppose they could be. And then, of course, the Daleks survived because they're in the Christmas special. So what I was expecting was when, Crystal Tips, when she was saying that, yes, we're going to rewind time and play it forward and rewind it and play it forward, thinking, oh, there's your get out of jail free card. There's your massive reset button. Because if you're in something that's going to destroy the universe, you need a massive reset button. And as an audience, we don't mind. What we will mind is if you don't bother using your reset button and then just carry on as if the universe hasn't been half destroyed by a big wave thing. That's a worry. So the fact that that wasn't gone into was surprising. And also it felt like a game when you had massive end of level baddies, and then time turns up and just goes, poof, they've gone. It's me you have to deal with now. And you'd be like, sorry, did I miss something? They were just dismissed and turned to dust. That felt a waste. They weren't defeated. They were just taken out by the strange godlike being. Oh, and on the subtitles, it did say, because I was watching it in the middle of the night, it said Master will come. And I didn't realise why, because of my dyslexia. I knew there was something wrong with the way that Master was written. It was capitalised like a name. I really don't want the Master to be in charge of all this, because that's just a waste of an opportunity. The Eternals, the Guardians, whatever you want to call them, they make more sense doing something like this. But not just time answering to a person? No, that's just not right. The Grand Serpent being abandoned at the end, fair enough. The Doctor doesn't kill. But she could have been, Kate could have taken him out. That would have been nice. Vinda could have taken him out. That would have also worked. All of these things would have worked narratively. Leaving him on an island to be discovered at some point, or, I don't know, taken on to be part of Line of Duty. I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. Unit not used. Now, the thing that I had no issue with that other people seem to have had a problem with was the chocolate-eating Sontarans. They are clones. They are people. Yes, they get fed through a probic vent now, but they were evolved from people and not humans, admittedly, and they're going to like chocolate. It annoys me that you get Dan Starkey to do the comedy lines. It's as if the other guy just doesn't do comedy. He just does scary Scottish Sontaran. Dan's very good at comedy, but I'm pretty sure the Strax mask was a much better Sontaran head than what we've got now. Yes, they look more like the 70s, but I liked the Strax mask. So I did feel like Unit wasn't used enough. The Liverpool man going, oh, now we believe you, off you go. You can just go and lead your life. You've built your tunnels. Thanks very much. So was it good? Yes, it was good. Did it finish off the 6-part story? Yes, it did. Did I still get quite annoyed at Jericho's death? Yes, I did. But that's fine. I can live with all of these things. Because Doctor Who was back, and I enjoyed it. I did. And so did you. Yes, you can moan and go, wasn't all this and that. The stories will never be what you thought they were, because you didn't write them. Accept it. It's fine. Right. Business as usual with Big Finish reviews coming your way very soon. And with that, I'll say farewell. Be seeing you.